Welcome to the Mandcave, the only podcast hosted by two best friends with nothing in common except their names. I'm Mandy Kaplan.
And I'm Mandy Fabian. And every week, we test the limits of our friendship by arguing over movies, books, the latest trends, my technological know-how, and of course, all of Mandy's dumb ideas. Grab a couch. Let's get to it. You're going to be very happy to know something.
Yeah.
Not only, this is a very big week for me. I not only got a new computer.
Oh,
girl,
that's huge.
I got a new phone.
That's huge.
I know. It's a very, very big week, and I'm hating myself for it because, I like the environment and buying new things, and Apple is the worst. I hate Apple.
Yeah.
I hate them, but I bought 2 Apple products this week.
This podcast brought to you by Galaxy
Apple.
Samsung. Samsung Galaxy.
I know, right? So boring. But that's what I did. And I feel ashamed about it, but I have to because I have to join the...
Every week, folks. Every week. She's like, wait, everything shut down. Wait, we have to start again. And I am completely patient and caffeinated. And I just, I roll with it.
And it's part of my charm.
You're adorable. I was going to start the podcast if you were like, so what were you doing this week, Mandy? I was going to be like, shut up. I don't want to talk about anything else other than the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh,
That's
God
all I
damn
want to talk
it.
about.
Are you serious? You're that fixated on it?
It's all I want. It's all I care about. It's all I think about. Well, and cheese, obviously.
Yeah. And sometimes both at the same time, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So do you have
Really?
anything burning that you need to share with me and the Fandies? Did you do anything exciting this week?
Well, I went and saw a goddamn masterful puzzle show that was way, way over my head.
Masterful.
Wait, what? You didn't like the show we saw?
No, we liked it. We are connoisseurs of magic.
Okay. We went and saw the Enigmatist at the Geffen, which is a guy
Enigmatist.
Oh, right. It's not Enigmatist. You're right. Jesus, where did that come from? That's been happening a lot lately.
Don't cut that, Pete, because
You
I
better
need to
cut
sound
that,
like the
Pete.
smart Mandy sometimes.
Oh, God damn it. I'm going to use big words all through this podcast now just so I can sound smart. Go ahead.
Yes.
So you didn't like it?
I liked it. And I liked being out in the world in a theater, especially with you and Patrick. It was a double date and it was wonderful.
Yeah. Everybody got handsy. It was a good time.
Yeah. Well, meatballs. How many meatballs were consumed at that meal? But the show itself, David, I should know his name. David Chang, David Huang, David something. He's a New York Times crossword puzzle writer, which was cool. And the crossword thing was cool. But I did think I saw how he did some of it. And
really?
Yeah. And his magic tricks were very cool, but we have seen most of them before. So, and his personality was harmless. He wasn't the most charming, the most hilarious. So I don't think his personality held my interest. The best part was doing puzzles in the lobby before the show.
And this is something I'm going to say that is, it's an issue in our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's going to surprise anyone who listens to this. Look, you're God, I hate saying this. You're smarter than I am. You just are. You're fucking smart.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God, don't say it like that. Don't say it all smug.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking smart, but you also practice at puzzles because you're
fucking smart.
You're wicked fucking smart, and you're a total nerd. I'm going to say that. I mean, I'm definitely more savvy and street than you are. Like I'm hip. You're smart. That's our brand. No.
Hip?
I just bought an iPhone, so go fuck yourself. Okay. I'm very hip. So, but you're very smart. And I think, you were like shouting out answers during the show and Patrick and
Which, by the way, was encouraged. I don't want anyone to think I was like trying to spoil the show by shouting out.
But Patrick and I, being the eye candy that we are as a couple, we're sitting there enjoying this super smart guy going, how the fuck is he so smart? And you and Jeremy are there a little bored because you're the border collies and we're the Labrador retrievers. We're like, love to play, throw a ball, we'll go for it. And you're like, so I think that's interesting that was your experience. I thought you would have been eating that up with a spoon, but you were actually put off by him not being smart enough.
It wasn't smart. He's obviously very, very smart. Did you find him dynamic, his personality? The enigmatist?
I thought he did a good enough job at like acting like a magician. Like he did the jokes, but he was just he was nerdy smart. Like I don't expect great writers to all be fun to talk to either.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like
they can't all be Mandys.
They can't.
Because we are two writers who are fun to talk to. Yeah.
True.
It was lovely. And I wish we had brought the kids. I think the kids would have loved it.
Oh my God. My kids would never have sat through that.
Oh, really?
Because they wouldn't have gotten it. I didn't get half of it. Like to me, I didn't get it. Like a lot of it, I was like, I kept trying to figure out how he was lying because I never, like if I was like, that's impossible. He could never have done that trick. And so then I'm trying to figure out how he prepped it all ahead of time. And we were talking about he must have had plants in the audience. Do you think he had plants in the audience?
No. But I'm not going to do it on the air because there's a magician's code. But I'll explain some of it to you.
I wish you would. I actually thought that's what the show was going to be.
Some of it was way beyond my knowledge. It's just that I'm like, but we've seen something like this before. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's still impressive. It's still like, how does a magician do that? It just wasn't new to me.
Okay.
So the Enigmatist, if you're into puzzles and magic and fun and audience participation, it is a fun time.
If you're smart, don't go. If you're smart, don't go. If you're dumb, like Patrick and I, definitely go because you'll be like, what the fuck is a code? And how did he write all those things and put it in the envelope before he knew the information?
I know. Those are the things that they blow my mind. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Anyway,
and I told Patrick, and I do believe I will do this someday. I do have a script idea of a woman of me. Who kidnaps a magician and torments him until he reveals all the secrets. Like, and I mean torments. Like, I'll gouge his goddamn eyes out. Well, I need to know how they do it.
Well, now I'm just mad at you that you haven't written that yet. Like, that's stupid. That's the one stupid thing you've ever done. You should write that. Okay. That's hilarious.
I'm going to with all my free time. And you know who else doesn't have any free time?
Who?
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh my fucking God. Okay. So we watched the reunion, which is
part one of 4 parts.
Oh shit. Did you watch the other 3?
No, there's only been another one that aired.
Okay. Did you watch that one?
Yes, of course I did.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. What I love is that, there's a whole series and they're like, but just kidding. You didn't have to waste all those hours of your life. You can just waste this 1 hour of your life. Although they made it 4. So surprisingly easy to get the plot from one reunion. I have to say I was not alienated in any way, except
that was a concern for you. You were like, I haven't seen it. How am I going to understand? And
you
don't need to. It's 4 crazy hours of ladies yelling at each other on couches in weird heels.
They weren't even yelling at each other much. They were talking about how they made snide comments off camera to each other all season. It was like a high school. You could do a high school musical version of this where it's just high school girls talking about each other in the bathroom.
Right.
And then you have them in the cafeteria, like face to face. I heard this and
yes, it's hard to believe they are grown women.
It's really hard to believe that they're, especially because none of them seem to pay bills. I don't know. Do they not pay their own bills? I think that's part of it, right?
Is
that
the
whole housewife thing?
They very much do. No, I think that's a real misnomer. They all work. Because I'm the smart Mandy. But yeah, they all work. And I think when the show started, the goal was like, let's find some women who don't have jobs and all they do is like eat caviar all day. But that didn't exist for Bravo. And it started in Orange County. And all the women, as far as I know, had real careers and built businesses. And they were on the show to promote their businesses.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good. The
Housewives don't need your approval, Fabian.
They certainly don't.
They are so real and relatable, are they not? You should see yourself hanging.
3 lips ago, I would have definitely, they would have had me then. So they don't need to try that hard to get my approval. But this is the thing. Like, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would just because, well, like the curtain rod shoulder pads on the space age costuming. Like, I want to know, because I don't watch the show, do they dress like that in real life?
Yes. Oh, I don't know about real life. When they're filming, they do. But like,
really?
If you saw them at Ralph's, I don't know.
Okay, and are they drinking real champagne?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. They drink all the time. And they always, like, they meet for lunch and they drink rosé and Pinot Grigio at lunch and stuff. And I'm like, who can drink at lunch? I don't get it.
Me. I can drink at lunch.
Oh, not me. I get too sleepy.
Oh, God, I love it.
Could you name them all right now? How many can you name? This is not the game yet, but how many can you name of the Beverly Hills Housewives?
Well, there's Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's Garcelle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, well, this is unfair. I mean, I took notes, so I remember them. Kyle Richards, who looks like a Dixie chick. Yeah. She looks exactly like that one Dixie chick.
Okay.
Yep. Then there's there's Crystal, who is the most normal woman on the planet. Like,
she sure
I was a little bit like, why is Crystal here? Because
Crystal lives in my hometown, Northridge. Go ahead.
Oh, does she?
Or she's from Northridge, yeah.
She's just a sensible, but she moved to Beverly Hills and therefore, do they all live in Beverly Hills?
No, they don't live in Beverly Hills anymore. That's another thing. Yeah.
Okay, so oh my God, there's something fake about the show? Oh.
That's the only thing.
Oh, okay. Everything else is totally real. Crystal's very normal. I feel
she's pretty. Yeah.
I don't get why she's on the show because she's so sensible.
Her husband is
bonkers.
like head of animation for Pixar or something. He's like a wildly successful guy. And probably for her, my guess is she'll release a line of purses in the next year. And this was her launching point. I'm serious. That's what they all do. Okay. They get on the show and then they start designing clothes or...
You've just pointed out something really great.
You didn't name them all, but go ahead.
Oh, I will. There's Sutton.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She's the one who everybody says you're so emotional, but really what I think she is an alcoholic. But I have to dive deeper in on that with you.
Oh.
She drinks she had alcoholic looking, but I know nothing. I saw her for 5 minutes. Right. Whatever it is, alcohol triggers that weepiness that she's got going on. And then there's Erika, who, I'm not going to lie, Erika, I feel like I wanted to sit down and have lunch with her.
Good luck.
No shit. I want to see her without makeup, dying to see her without makeup. Mm-hmm. And she's very interesting to me. Like in the beginning, I was like, I can get on board with Erika. She's playing at this a little bit. So she was very interesting. But yeah, and of course I know Lisa Rinna because I have a Lisa Rinna story. Would you like to hear it?
Always. Talk slow.
This is an absolutely true story. So,
oh God, I love it.
So we were at a Screen Actors Guild party because Patrick was on Better Call Saul, sort of new at that time, and he's playing a character called Hamlin, right? Mm-hmm. And Harry Hamlin is Lisa Rinna's husband. So we are standing there and Harry comes over and tells Patrick how much he loves his character. And Patrick starts telling Harry how much he loves him on Mad Men at the time, I think. Oh, okay. And they are just chatting up like boys. And there's Lisa Rinna and me. Now, I am not famous. I am not a housewife. I don't think I was wearing jeans, but I might have been wearing sneakers with a skirt. I'm not sure. I wasn't her type. And she
how
was
9 to 5. Yeah.
She was pretty lovely, just very oh, how are you? I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. She was actually I was very impressed with how authentic she was and how nice. And we talked a little bit about our kids. How old are yours? Oh, mine are this. Aren't they funny? Ha ha ha. Now the boys are still chatting it up. We look for the cue of are we done here? And the boys are not done. They're falling in love. So now I look back at Lisa and I say a couple more things. Now, I haven't watched the things she's done, except I think she was on Days of Our Lives 100 years ago.
She was. She played Billy, yeah.
Yeah, and I loved her in that. But what am I going to say? So I was like, hey, you. And we chat a little bit. And she goes, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, sure. She turns around, takes 2 steps, and starts talking to someone else.
Yes,
and I was like, oh, shouldn't you, try to get out of my my view before you stop and just...
No, she's Lisa Rinna. She does whatever she wants.
2 steps. Oh, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And then she just talked to somebody else. I was like, wow, that's gutsy. And that's Hollywood savvy. She didn't say, I'm bored with you. You're not famous enough and I need to talk to someone else. She said, I have to excuse myself.
She is the least authentic on the show, I find. I just think she's always performing and phony and I'm not a fan.
Well, but what about her hair? Because the 6 different hairstyles that I saw felt very real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You actually gasped at one point. They showed like a flashback to a wig, and Mandy, like we were watching Halloween. You were like, oh, from a Rena wig. It was great.
Well, because it just changes so much, and I can't even imagine changing your hair like that. But I think she's got great style, and I think her lips get bigger and bigger.
They sure do. Yes.
Which is, I guess that's a thing.
Well, while we're talking about body parts, I would like to bring up bottoms of boobs, because Kyle was wearing a dominatrix outfit.
Yep.
And the bottoms of her boobs were sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
great
I
look.
noticed it, and I was like, I don't find that to be a great look.
Yep.
And then I noticed when I had to rewatch this episode, I noticed Garcelle in an interview did the same thing. It was red, and the bottoms of her boobs were like dipping out below right? Saw it at the grocery store the other day.
What?
Yes. This
in
look
Beverly
is
Hills?
out on the streets, from the runways to Andy Cohen's couches to Ralph's.
Wait a minute.
I saw a bottom boob in the grocery store.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was translating into everyday fashion. I mean, it's right if you're bellied up to a bar. I get it. You know, a couple of coasters.
Wait, can I make a confession?
Yeah.
I wasn't at Ralph's. I was at Walmart, and I didn't want to say it because Walmart is such a triggering place, but that's where I shop. And I was like, I just lied. I lied to Mandy, and I lied to our listeners, and that's not okay. I was at Walmart, and I saw bottom boobs.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Now I'm envisioning a very different kind of bottom boob. You know, it could have been side boob that just turned into bottom. But also, I'm really glad that you admitted that you're trash. But you don't need to tell people you're trash because you're watching The Real Housewives. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to make that assumption.
All day long. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just because you're smart, we've established that, you're still trash.
To give people some idea of what it is like, could we have Pete play at 29 minutes? There is just what I called passive-aggressive gold, and it starts with, throwing darts is not being direct, Andy.
Oh, I love that part.
Play this clip.
Like, I can't win with you. I can't win.
No,
yeah, it is direct. It is direct.
No, it's
I've
not.
Said to you,
it's very passive. And
Dorit,
it's with a smile.
You said you want her to be direct, but then you accuse her of throwing darts.
Thank you.
I want her to be direct. I don't want her to throw darts. But throwing darts is not being direct, Andy.
Okay.
When you have an issue with someone, you look at them, you tell them you have an issue.
Okay.
You don't throw a passive-aggressive jab with a smile.
Okay.
Oh, please. And can I just say this? Don't we all want to grow? If somebody keeps saying something to you, don't you want to go look at it and go,
Not at this age, honey. I'm set.
I said, you talk too much. You go for my integrity and call me inauthentic and call me a bully, which you've apologized for. So we're going to put that aside, and we're really going to put it aside.
Great.
I'm not
That's
going to
nice.
bring it back up again,
Really?
right?
That's nice.
Rena,
That's
stop.
great.
We'll get to it. Like, hold on, girl.
Garcelle,
Hold on.
I'll do whatever I want. Don't you tell me to do anything. Okay? Thanks.
Yeah. So now that everyone's gotten a sense of what these women are like and how they all talk over each other and fight over nothing, it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah. Is that the part where she's like, do you want to grow? I'm set. I just remember I'm set. Like, it was very hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, and they take it so seriously. And it's just ridiculous.
I especially like the pitying looks that Erika got after she reveals that she no longer has her husband's income. I think that's why maybe I made the assumption that they're all supported by their husbands, because when she's like, this show is my only payday, everybody that was the most serious and real I saw any of those women have experienced empathy. They were like, oh God. Like, they were all, they really looked at her like that was like, she just announced, it's over for me. I've got 3 weeks to live.
So you don't really know what the story is. And I wrote down, tell Mandy while we were on the air, because Mandy and I don't like to talk unless we have microphones in our faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
which was awkward at the theater.
Very briefly, have you ever seen Erin Brockovich, the movie?
Yeah, I'm a goddamn American.
Okay. So I think I've got this right. The guy who goes in and takes down PG&E, the lawyer, Albert Finney.
Yeah.
I think that's based on Erika's ex-husband, Tom Girardi. And there is a fascinating documentary, the same series that did Framing Britney Spears.
Oh.
Tom Girardi is being accused of ripping off all of the victims that he's been representing for 30 years. It's very serious. And that's what they're all looking at her with pity about. Yes. Look at your face. I wish people could see your shocked, fascinated
Well, because
face.
now I'm like, why didn't we watch that fucking documentary? That sounds great.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And so the problem is that Erika she's so cold. She is ice, ice, ice. There's ice in her veins. So when people ask her, like, what about the victims? She's like, of course I'm sad for the victims, but I didn't do anything wrong and it's not my fault. And blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I mean, people's lives were ruined. This man ruined hundreds of people's lives. And he was putting her on private jets and giving her a music career with money from like burn victims. And it was awful.
Okay, wait, hold up. Music career?
Yeah. Pete, could you play one of Erika Jayne's songs here, please? Like, she has songs called It's Expensive to Be Me, and a lot of songs that talk about pussy.
What?
She's like a burlesque performer. Pete, play something by Erika Girardi or Erika Jayne.
Oh,
so
God.
You can judge for yourself if she's got a music career. When you listen back, you'll hear her singing.
Pussy lunch, strip club buffet. If you don't spend, I'm MIA. Pay my rent, throw it on my face. Big Mac, pussy, and an ass souffle. Call an ambulance, this pussy's lethal. Call the police, this pussy's illegal. Pussy on a watch list, CIA. Married to the money, keep my maiden name. Hey, Brookie trippin', 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 trippin'.
So while we're on Erika, at minute 6, Pete, Andy says, so how'd you sleep? And Erika says, great. Play the clip.
Hey, Erika. What's new?
A lot.
Yes.
A lot is new.
A lot is new. How are you feeling about being here tonight?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep?
Very well.
Really?
Yeah. Was I supposed to sleep any other way?
I don't know. I don't know if today was something that you were looking forward to or dreading.
No, actually I am. I'm looking forward to closing this chapter and moving on. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
There's obviously...
She's terrifying to me. She answers, was I supposed to sleep any other way? And her voice is like low and cold, like I will murder you. She is so weird and scary. I don't think she's all there.
When she was saying the thing about, he says, you have not been charged with a crime. And she's like, no, she cut him right off. I guess because but she's
Did
on some
she know?
level. Yeah, I guess that's what it is, right? Could she be charged with the crime?
I think so. And the question is, like, did she know what he was doing? They started, so she filed for divorce, and like the next day, it all comes out that he's been doing this. But she had like cut bait and run. Oh. And now we're supposed to feel bad that he was having affairs. He's like 40 years older than she is. He's like 80 and she's 40. And she was a cocktail waitress and he took her away from all that and put her up in a mansion with, it's gross. It's all gross. She's gross. Don't have lunch with her. Please, I'm begging you.
Or she's an entrepreneur and I guess I'll scratch off next Wednesday's plans, but okay. We were going to start a band together.
Oh, if you want to sing about the P word, go ahead.
Wow, I didn't know all of that about her, but it doesn't come as a surprise necessarily.
But it's made this season so interesting because she cries every episode and they're like,
how many of the Real Housewives are divorced? It sounds like at least 2 of them, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Because how can they be housewives if they're divorced?
Yeah, that's housewives is like a very loose term now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is. They just want
Doesn't it bother you though? Like, don't you feel some sense of like, I should not have gotten two Apple products? I'm going to say it again. And yes, Samsung will be your spokesperson, although I don't think they're any better. But like, doesn't it bother you like watching reality television when it takes away jobs from people like yourself and me and my husband and like all of your creative, I'm a television writer and actor friends? Doesn't it bother you?
I think there's room for everyone. And I think it's gotten out of hand. You know, I would like one Housewives or only reunions if that's possible. I just like the reunions, but I think there's room for everything and everybody has different tastes. And I don't watch a lot of reality at all, but I watch this.
You don't?
I watch No. I watch this.
But I thought you watched like HGTV and Food Network and...
Oh, I watch those things, but I don't consider those like reality TV the way this is. Like where it's not reality. They're manipulating this. You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Of course I watch the Property Brothers. They're my ultimate threesome.
You're not alone. I mean, everybody I know watches it. And I think my opinion of it formed way back. I think there was a writer's strike, right? And then everybody was doing reality television and all these fucking actors were like, I love that new reality show. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
Do you know what you're doing? Like you're putting yourself out of a job if they just give jobs to people who, you know,
but
aren't
not
writers and
necessarily.
actors.
Now with all the streamers, there's no limit to content. There's not a limited number of hours on TV like there used to be. Game, set, match, Kaplan. Game, set, match.
Love complicates things. But there's not enough hours in the day to watch all of it. Like you have to make your choices. If you didn't have reality television,
I'll teach you. Yeah.
It will never happen. I can't. They repeat stuff too much. Like that's when I feel smart is when I watch reality television. I'm like, it's not interesting to me.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah. What's your question?
So at one point, Rinna says, and this made my skin crawl. Rinna says, Garcelle, Harry has been watching the show. You know, Patrick's best friend, Harry Hamlin.
Yeah, they're having golf. They're having golf. It was a mistake. Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
And she says, and Harry says, what's wrong with Garcelle? She seems so different. What do you think of that?
Listen, I listen to a lot of Brene Brown. And
all your free time that you could be okay. Yeah.
Well, that's actually helping me navigate hard friendships where we disagree a lot. And Brene Brown teaches me how to have a better life, Mandy. And she calls this, actually, I don't remember exactly what she calls it, but the idea, the invisible we, that instead of directly talking to someone, you say things like, everybody thinks you're being a bitch, or we've all been noticing your reports are not so great, when actually there's only one person talking. So, I mean, I get she's married to Harry. And they probably have, you know, pillow talk and whatnot. But I know, I think it's kind of shitty to say like, oh, and by the way, my husband thinks you're an asshole too. That's a shitty tactic.
Yes.
So I disagree with it. But I also feel like I honestly felt like in a weird way that she was just, I mean, it feels like you're just trying to make conflict. Right? Like she's just sort of trying to juice something up. I feel like the producers are like, could you guys not get along so great just so we have something to...
Of course.
You know?
It's not interesting if they all get along.
Yeah. But it must be harder for the reunions because they're all face to face when it's so much easier. Like when I get interviewed without you, you should hear the shit I say. And if you did, you know, then we might have more conflict when we saw each other face to face. Like it's just so much easier to talk shit. We should play that game, actually. That should be the game that we play of talking shit about each other.
How is that year of truth telling going? Have you started that?
Not yet, Mandy. It's not my birthday yet. And but it's going great, actually. Thanks for asking.
Well,
but
to that end, because you actually brought up something that I wanted to ask as well. So there's my husband says you've changed, which I think is so low. Yeah. That's the lowest. Because then it's like, now I can't go to a dinner party with your husband and I feel weird. And I have had friends do things like that. And
oh my God.
It drives me crazy.
You're kidding me. Really? My husband thinks you're an asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Does Jeremy think I'm an asshole? Is that where this is going?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then there's the ubiquitous Housewives. someone told me you said this.
Yeah.
Also, not quite as evil, but you should have to reveal your source, right?
Well, especially when the whole thing is supposedly recorded, right? Isn't there video to back all this up? No?
Well, no, I think what that means is like somebody who's not on these couches. So one of our friends, not here,
right,
is also said this about you, or like it was about the race thing with Garcelle, like Garcelle saying, someone told me that you said I shouldn't bring up race on the show. Well, who said that? That's so low to do to somebody, right?
Yeah, you're getting really upset about this. Yeah. Do you think,
like, ladies, put your weapons down?
Put your rosé down, because I mean, I don't know about you, but it makes a fog for me. Nothing's clear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not sure if I let you get to second base or third while we were watching this, because, you know, you plied me with alcohol.
Shortstop? What's shortstop? It's somewhere in between. Like I got to inner thighs and you saw my little angel tattoo on mine, but
and then
no penetration.
It was Let's Go Dodgers, and I don't remember. Yeah.
I did ply you with alcohol. I mean, you can't watch a Real Housewives reunion without rosé.
It made me feel like one of the gang.
Good.
I like that. Because otherwise, no. I can't even imagine they used more makeup on one of those shows than I've used in the last 20 years. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah.
Can
you imagine how much time it takes them to get ready? How much time does it take you to get ready?
Brilliant. How much time does it take me?
Yeah.
I'm really quick because I don't even dry my hair, which I should, but I don't. So it takes me 10 minutes once I'm out of the shower.
Nice. Yeah.
You? You're quick.
Like 3. Yeah. It's nothing. Yep. I mean, if I'm raising the bar above sweatpants, then maybe 5 minutes, but really it's mostly
Why
3.
would you ever?
What's the point? Especially with COVID.
Right.
Oh.
I have a scene I would like to reenact. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see my script.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. Do I get to play Lisa Rinna? And am I playing her as a person, or am I playing her as Billy from Days of Our Lives, which was a great soap opera?
You're playing Garcelle.
Oh,
do you see the
I love her.
Script?
She's great.
Do you see the script?
Yep. And you're playing Dorit. Dorit? Which one was Dorit?
You're going to know in a second.
I am?
Yes. Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You were there. You didn't say anything in the moment.
You don't know that.
Let me finish, Garcelle! Sorry, Pete. Sorry, everyone. I backed way off my mic. I should have turned my gain down. Do you remember that moment?
Well, who could forget that moment? That's right. Now I remember the yeller. That's right.
Yes.
What was her story again? Is she from Texas? I can't remember.
Her story that I love is that she's from Connecticut, but has traveled extensively around the world and has a weird, nondescript accent that nobody can identify. And they made fun of her the first few seasons. Her accent has softened.
That's right. You told me. No, softened. It's full on Jersey now. I thought she was from Jersey.
Oh,
I was like, whoa. Oh, yeah. No, I thought she went real Jersey East Coasty. Yeah, that's where I thought she was from. That's really funny.
She's from Connecticut.
That's right. Yeah, she was very upset. Let me finish.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Are there any other points you need to bring up? Because I could talk about this all day long. Sutton with her bizarre Greg Brady room curtain earrings. And she summed up how she's so grateful and she prays to Jesus every day. And she's so blessed with her new house, her new Bentley, and some friends. She put her Bentley before her friends. Garcelle said, just everybody just watch it. I mean, it's the best thing to ever happen. But do you have anything else you need to talk about?
No, I don't. I mean, like I said, I was surprised. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. But I also no, I don't ever need to watch it again because it's not surprising. Right.
Do you judge me for watching it?
No. I mean, yeah, but no. Do you judge me for getting an iPhone? I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, And so do I judge you in that way?
Now, if only you would answer my texts on the goddamn thing.
But you and I are different. You have a different relationship to television than I do.
I do.
Yeah.
Mine is very intense. So can you tell me, and only using positive numbers, how many man jobs would you give the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 11 reunion episode 1?
I give it 1 man job. I'm sorry. No, I have to give it 1. I mean, look, unless you're like, I don't know, unless you want to have lunch with a bunch of bitchy women.
Like, what's the trashiest thing you love?
Succession. But it's not trashy. It's fucking great.
Oh, God, you're so classy. I give it 5 stars. I always will. I love these things. I love some cities more than others. If anybody wants to bond with me over this, I know I have a couple friends that watch. I won't call them out because they'll be embarrassed.
Why would they be embarrassed? Everybody does it.
Okay, Jillian. We need to talk about it. But yeah,
no.
Everybody reach out to me on social media at Instagram, Mandy_Kaplan_Clavens. And we can talk all things Housewives, or on Facebook, same, Mandy Kaplan Clavens. And how could people reach out to you if they want to explain why this is awesome? I give it 5 man jobs.
I mean, again, I hate to check Instagram on my new iPhone because, Facebook is just fucking the world and we should all be off of it. But if you must, at MandyFab, because I will totally check it. And would love to hear from you.
Okay, so just reach out to me. All right. And now a word about membership.
Oh, yeah.
Here it comes.
Never quite made it to the popular table.
Maybe because of your frizzy arm hair and overuse of obsession.
Well, there's nothing wrong with frizzy arm hair, but were you picked last for team sports?
You know, like a loser.
Now there's help out there.
It's called a Mandcave membership, and it will make you personally and professionally fulfilled.
Just head over to truestory.fm/mandcave. The most it'll cost you is $5 a month.
As a member, you'll get early access to shows in your very own personal podcast feed, member bonus episodes, and a birthday message from one or both of the Mandys.
And if you need a little more Mand love, you can go to tpublic.com and search for Mandcave swag, like tees, mugs, and totes.
All Mandcave memberships and swag are for recreational use only and not intended to diagnose, cure, or treat any disease.
Mandcave. Let's go places.
Please become members. It's going to be cool and fun, and you're going to get extra special stuff, and we need members.
Yeah, we're going to make you feel special. Don't worry. We'll love you long time.
Are you ready for our game? I'm so excited about it.
I am ready. Give it to me. Let me play.
So, you hinted at it.
I did.
You said something like, is that real, or are those real? Because with the Housewives, pretty much everything is fake. Their hair, their eyelashes, their bodies, their marriages.
No, their marriages? Really?
Everything.
Are they fake?
Everything is fake.
Okay.
So we are going to play real or fake with Beverly Hills, with Housewives quotes. They're not all Beverly Hills. You tell me if it's real.
Oh my God.
Or if it's fake and from my mind.
You must have had a ball doing this.
I have 280 of these to go through. Are you ready?
You must have had real 18-inch gold balls doing this. Go ahead.
You're a slut pig.
I'm going to say real.
You are correct. That's 1. I'm going to keep track.
Is that slut -pig? Like it's a slut pig, or you're a slut, pig? Interesting.
I believe it's just you're a slut pig.
Okay. Or was there a housewife named Pig that I don't know about?
Oh, that could be.
Okay.
All right. I'm a Christian. I will pray for you, you stupid bitch.
I think that's you. That's
it is me. Mandy. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but people know me for my smartitude.
Oh, because she said all those funny, what did she say? Excrementally?
Mm-hmm. Instead of exponentially.
People know me for my smartitude. That's you.
It is me. 3 for 3.
I'm goddamn good at this. You don't even know.
Okay.
That's what comes from watching scripted television.
All right, then. I'm about to take you out back and pull some Oklahoma on your ass.
Oh, that's real. That's real.
Maybe someone's a secret watcher.
No, I just know people.
Her tits are as fake as my ass.
Her tits are as fake as my ass. I think that's you.
Mandy Fabian, you are on fire. I thought I was coming up with good ones.
You are.
Prostitution whore.
Oh, that's them. That's real.
Wait, am I still sharing my screen?
No, but it'd be great if you were.
How are you doing this? All right. You are so low down and dirty like Satan himself.
Oh, that might be real. Is it real?
It's me.
Okay,
I got
I
you.
missed it.
Oh, she lives in a condo. It's sad.
That's real.
That's me.
Oh, that felt real.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the 2 you've gotten wrong. I'm so happy. Close your legs to married men.
Oh, that's real.
That is real.
Yeah. That's good advice. I mean, I'd say that to you. It's not working, but I would say
I know.
it, you know.
I know.
Jeremy's
You
still
had to say it on our double date the other night. And then this one's my favorite. Your blood type is Pinot Grigio.
That's you.
That's real.
What?
That was real.
Oh, that's
All
a
right.
good one. That was a really good one.
I got you on a few of them, but you were
did.
way better at that than I thought you should be.
I know. I when you said the game, I was like, how am I going to know any of this? But
Right.
I'm remarkably intuitive. And you would be too if you listened to Brene Brown.
Oh, God, enough with her. So you have something that I'm going to watch, listen to, read, enjoy?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. So let's listen to our credits.
The Mandcave is a production of True Story FM. Engineering by Pete Wright. Music by Ian Post. Find the show at truestory.fm/Mandcave.
And if your podcast app allows ratings and reviews, please consider doing just that for our show.
I shouldn't do this after you made me watch The Real Housewives, but I'm gonna be kind of nice this time. I'm gonna let you have your dead baby drama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This week we're gonna watch The Starling. That fucking depressing, horrible Netflix.
Melissa McCarthy,
Chris O'Dowd. Yeah.
Kevin Kline. Okay.
Oh, Kevin Kline. I mean, he's the reason to watch anything.
Right. I talked about this on Saturday Matinee one time as a trailer, but I'd never actually watched it. So,
well, there you go. You're welcome.
I love a dead baby drama. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was either that or pick like a Halloween scary movie, and I hate those. So I was.
Do you?
Oh God, no!
Now I know what to pick the week after. Hey, if anybody wants to make suggestions of the scariest effing movies on the planet that I can make Fabian watch, reach out to me on social media.
I can't. I have to get very drunk to watch them. All right. That's
we can do that too.
Dead babies.
All right.
Woohoo! Have a great week.
You too.